Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream here on the switch.tv/Xisuma. Playing on the Hermitcraft server. Crazy mad spoilers. Crazy mad. Oh my god, I've seen spoilers before, but those, oh, they are just crazy mad. You know? Welcome to the peeps tuning in the chat. Chiwi Pepper, Lucaro, Hero Blender, thank you for the bananas, letting me know that we are indeed live. And we're going to jump just like straight into building more of this contraption. But I want to time lapse it. I'm in the middle of recording an episode, and I was enjoying putting this together. And I thought, you know, I'm just gonna crack on right now, right? My plan was to go back to Loglands, fix some stuff over there, do some stuff around the base. But right now we'll do this. And I need. Oh my god, this inventory is disgusting. Ugh. That's what I think about it. Let's go ahead and put away some things here. I think I'm going to run out of redstone like real soon. Carrots are there. Let's grab the carrots. Lightly Lucid, thank you ever so much for 18 months. Greatly appreciated, my dude. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Let's get all the way up here. Woo! Right, so that thing will be partially full. I want to wait to activate it and then take out the redstone from it. How's my day going, says Honey Buns? Going alright, thank you very much. If I update that piece of redstone... Oh! Oh. Ka-cha! Right. Yeah, if I update that single piece of redstone, I think the way to do it is to go for like a very quick break and replace. Like super quick. Like... No! What? That's ridiculous. Okay, so that was basically full. Wow. Okay, I'll take that. But what happened? Because it activated twice. Or did it need to activate twice to put in the second dispenser? Let's think. Once across, and it was probably a one tick. Yeah, so funny enough, I think it actually needed to be updated twice, ironically, to put down the other shulker box. How funny. How far away from spawn is your little industrial district area from spawn? I don't have an industrial district. I think you might be confusing me with Impulse, who does industrial districts, I think. Hi, X. I'm not late for once. Anyway, how are you and chat and X? BTS, I'm doing the best. I'm joining this club called Singing Club. And now I want to join a club called Dancing Club. What do they do at Dancing Club? I mean, I'm still wondering what they're doing at Singing Club. And then boom, two things I love the most I could do. Yeah, go for it, man. Join those clubs. Lizzie Best in chat. Lucro but X is streaming. I must watch. What is Lucro saying? Trying to get. Oh, get some rest. Oh, I always encourage the rest and the sleep. Lizzie Best 64. A whole stack. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That is awesome. One could argue Loglands is an industrial district. Okay, yeah, I would say Loglands calling it an industrial district. Yeah, not my language, but more likely, right? Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, remember, that's 11. So how do I want to go about building this? Like, I want to put it on a time lapse. I think the time lapse isn't going to be particularly elegant, so you might just have to embrace like whatever happens, that kind of thing, and just start building basically. Although we can prepare, and we did by getting more redstone. So, you know, let's make sure we got some of that. Then I was commenting on how disgusting this inventory is. We don't need those. We will need to put in the glowstone. I think I'll do that last of all. We no longer need note blocks. And we do need all of these things, possibly even more observers. Yeah, I might have to go grab some other stuff too at some point. Right. What's my like project chest? This one. So extra bits and bobs can go in here. Like I said, glowstone we'll do later. Gonna need way more target blocks. Yeah, I think I might go take a trip to get more observers and target blocks. Now that I've got more redstone, I can do that. And when we come back, we'll crack on with a time lapse. Sounds like a plan. Lady Cappy 2102, thank you for 6 months with the Prime. And that Christopher is here for 101 months. Still locked in the dungeon. I wonder if I've removed my sunny disguise and looked at myself now. Take care, X, and have a good stream. Thank you, my dude. Appreciate you. 101. Absurd. Incredible. Lyra Robbins says, hi, I'm new here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream, to the channel. Yeah, we'll go drop him back at the main base. Fruppet says, hey, you chat. Hey, you Fruppet. Fruppet. Almost sounds like a dirty word. Sounds more like a derpy word, though. Right. Oh, there's that wandering trader again. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Okay, quartz. Starting to run out of some of that. Hay bales. Redstone. Okay, 2 lots of that, 6 lots of cobble, and we're off. That's all I need to come back for. Bill B 2121, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you, my dude. 5 and then 6 right there. Yeah, thank you for the support. Always appreciated. X, did you remove the gold border Evil X sub badge? No, I didn't. Huh. Oh, wait, where am I going? To the portal. To the portal. Kimberly! You, 67. 12 months, a whole year. I love learning from your videos. You're awesome. Oh, thank you. I like to hear that you're learning. That's always good. However, speaking of learning from my videos, right? Apparently, Mojang... they're changing stuff. I need to go read the changelog again, because maybe I misunderstood it, but like... Apparently in Slice Lime's videos, it's the changes to fire protection and blast protection aren't quite as I understood it. I mean, it's always a little frustrating to like misunderstand updates or whatever, or get the information wrong, but it kind of sounds like they're not like documenting stuff now and messing around with this stuff at the last minute. So apparently now fire protection and blast protection are even stronger than they were before, which I'm not particularly against. It's just like, why are they squeezing these things in at the last minute? Just doesn't seem very well thought out. As I understood it, they now work the same as before when having one piece. Having 2 is buffed, says Lucaro. Yeah, well, I understood it as what you said until you said but 2 is having buff. You know, I need to go read the article again, because I do struggle with, I don't know, absorbing information sometime. I don't know what it is, but it's like the words that I'm reading are not being fully comprehended or something. Like, I read the release notes, looked at what had happened, and was like, okay, so they've reverted it. But apparently they've done more than that. Windy Castle says it's super weird. These pre-releases and release candidates should only contain hotfixes. Yeah, it really should be like that, shouldn't it? Not game balancing stuff. Awash says, I always thought blast protection and fire protection were quite useless, especially fire protection. I don't know why people think that, because, like, reducing your burn time is great, and also being able to cap protection damage from certain sources over general damage which protection does is like really quite handy. So what I've always done in the past, but not right now because I'm only wearing 2 pieces of armor, I used to have like blast protection on my chest plate, and then if you take it off you got the wings, but always fire protection on my leggings. So if I get caught on fire, I'll take less damage and I won't be on fire for as long. Water bucket is better than fire protection. Right. But you have to get the water bucket out of your inventory and stuff. And if you're in the Nether, you've got to use a cauldron, like you've said. The fact that, you know, like, you don't really sacrifice much by having it alongside Protection 4, to me always seemed like just a good way to go about doing it. Anyway, I want to focus on this, what we're doing in front of us right now. So I'm gonna get the camera count on, and we'll just time lapse this. I never understood why you wouldn't put the fire protection on something. Maybe because I don't always optimize. I don't really know why either. It always just seemed like, you know, the math was in your favor basically to use it, but whatever. Anyway, let's move on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you got the 1. So like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One here. On the other side. And then we go down and around. So I built the hard part, if there is a hard part of this contraption. That's for sure. Now it's the way more easy stuff we're doing. And then the target blocks are like here. Oh. Anyway, let's get another topic in chat for today. Because I read my comments from people saying, "Oh, these enchantments are useless and stuff," and I'm just like, well, maybe you don't understand what they actually do. Renella, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. One of these days, I need to go back and read like some comments on myth busting, because when we covered this stuff in myth busting, I don't know. It's something about the way comments are these days that just I don't like vibe with it that much. I want to go back and read what they used to be like. I used to get comments that were just directed at me, and these days you get comments from people as if like you're not reading the comments and like you're not there, and I always find that kind of disappointing. Have I tried Pearl's Wordle game? I have not. I was really impressed that she's made Wordle. There must be some crazy redstone going on for that. Okay, so I think I got this right. Yeah, gotta have this right. Twitch ads are getting ridiculous minutes of unskippable ads. Yep. That's Twitch. Does it go all the way across? I think it goes all the way across. Oh no, you leave a gap above the pistons. Wait. Yeah. Oh god, this looks all wrong to me all of a sudden. No, I've got it right. I was looking at like the wrong space. We're doing everything okay. Now, the thing I've been wondering is, once we get, like, past the blocks that are oxidized that I have, I think I'm going to build the whole thing with just copper and let it oxidize. You know? Because that'll happen with some time. You got 5 ads and then 4 ads straight after. I've tuned in before to watch some of the other Hermit stream and noticed that it gets a bit excessive. But, you know, ads are a big deal on the internet. Right, so this one here is the one where, this is where I need some scaffolding again. That's that one. And then from there, we can kind of reference everything else. This. That don't feel right to me. Like, wouldn't that be... How's that at the same height again? It's because I put that at the wrong height. Got that bit wrong. Which is okay. It's okay to make mistakes, people. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Is this the CNC music? Yes, it is. Tiberian Sun. I think, yeah. No. Yeah, is it Tiberian Sun? Yeah, Tiberian Sun. It's definitely Tiberian Sun. I just had a... Something reminded of it me. I think it was at the gig I was at yesterday. It just reminded me of it. I was like, ooh, I've got a stream tomorrow. I'll listen to it then. I haven't listened to that in a while. Okay, let's go and put these in. It brings back so many memories of the CNC games. Indeed, indeed. I always get like a fond nostalgia and think about playing them again, but they're never the same. I think you just have to kind of leave it in the past sometimes, right? It's always nice though when a game comes out that like kind of updates that nostalgic. What do they call them? RTS. Get a little dose of it again. The recent remaster of Red Alert 1 is really nice. Yeah, I enjoyed playing it on a stream. That one, I think some of them, the remasters, I could honestly play for a fair bit longer, but yeah, I did a couple of streams on it and I was like, cool, we checked it out, let's move on. Vivo Rife says, what's Xisuma working on today? We're working on a copper aging contraption. I'm hoping they remaster Red Alert 2. Me too. I think Red Alert 2 was one of the strongest in the franchise, really. And then they went 3D. And when they went 3D, I'm lost. I'm like, done. See you later. Those games, I love the 2D top-down. 3D never did it for me. And we go all the way over to the pistons. That's the deal. I think I might end up putting, like, some walkways. I mean, I've got to actually make some walking access, because I have to mine this stuff manually eventually. So we're going to need that. Are we now out of oxidized, I'm wondering? No. It's a clear answer there. The answer is no. Agreed. Bring back pre-rendered graphics. To be fair, like, this day and age, there's so many games being made, you can find your cup of tea anywhere. If point-and-click games are your cup of tea, they still make them, you know? And I'm sure there's plenty of pre-rendered graphics games out there. Might be a good idea to test this each time we get a little ways in. Just in case we are indeed making a mistake, you know? And sip some tea while we watch it go. Have I seen the new Doom trailer? I have, and I'm dead excited. Oh! The thing that activates the pistons, it activated 2 times sooner than I thought it would. Whoops. Well, let's get rid of that. Not that that's a big deal or anything. Oh, there we go. Force has got us covered. Yeah, because look, watch here. It's like, oh, that's ineffective. But then once it's loaded, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. How much we've got left in here? We need to stock that up as well. Let's go build more of the contraption first. Lightly Lucid says this looks satisfying. I guess it is. It's satisfying to me. It might get a bit more awkward to build as it goes higher up, but the land, it goes a little higher up off in the distance. Not here exactly. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have our torch. Except I got no redstone torches. No good. What do I use for the auto placing? Right click. Okay, no, wait, I don't want that. I want... Where's the redstone? I need the redstone box, but... Wait, is it on me? That's why. I'll bring this up here. What is this contraption, says T-Berry? It's a copper aging thing. I was supposed to make this, like, way earlier in the season, and I couldn't figure this thing out. I just couldn't figure it out. Let me tell you a little story about, like, creating and whatnot. Oh, wow, we actually out of redstone torches. No, there they are. That's mental. How did I not see that? What is wrong with me? Pay attention, X. God. Useless. Why am I here watching your stream? You can't even spot a redstone torch in your inventory. You're lowering my IQ. Seriously. Seriously. Yeah, little story. So earlier in the season, I was going to create this, right? What you see here. I couldn't quite figure out, like, how to get it to do what I wanted to, and I was kind of thinking about it incorrectly. Now, shout out to B-Dubs, great guy, sharing some of his insights with the rest of us hermits. He shared this design cinema video or something and talked about how, like, the beginning of the video is a really good cue for getting into a creative mindset. And a lot of it is stuff that, you know, as a creator, you know, but you tend to not do. You tend to get caught up in the fluster and the flurry. So I took off a few days from really thinking about creating and stuff, and then waited until, like, most of my other to-dos have subsided, and I had this day where in the morning I would be free to, like, spend a lot of time at the computer working on creative stuff, right? And had this checklist in mind of, like, how to focus on particular things that you want to do and how not to get distracted, etc, etc. And one of the things was to drink some coffee, so I'd ordered some coffee beans. Don't know how much that helped, but I definitely felt a little stimulated and motivated, you know. So I got myself in this nice sort of frame in mind to do some building, and as I did that, I started thinking about redstone too, and then I just saw, like, the answers to my questions that I couldn't figure out earlier. It just, I don't know, I was in a good mindset, doing some creative stuff, and the answers just kind of came to me. And so I, yeah, went into a redstone world after I'd done a bunch of building stuff, and then banged this out, and I was really, really happy about it. And here we are building it. So putting yourself in the right mindset to do something really helps. Any more? We still got more. Mark says, man, you're living a very blessed life. That's awesome. Thank you, my dude. I wouldn't have said it was blessed. It was really just about, like, I mean, if you're referring to being a creator, then 100%, you know. But, like, if anyone out there is creative, the details of this lesson I would not be able to lay out as well as this video that B-Dub shared with us did. But it was, you know, there was a lot of, like, just basic stuff in there we all know, but we don't sit down and think and make sure is in order. So to kind of summarize it up as simply as I can, it's about getting yourself into a good state of mind to be creative, to have a sort of objective and to know the pitfalls that are going to distract you. And with that laid out, it was really quite easy to then focus on what you needed to focus on, enjoy the experience, etc. You know, like one of the really key things was making sure all these other jobs I had to do were taken care of. Too often am I trying to do stuff in a bit of a rush between other things. So it went a long way to help with that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So when I tried to do this, like, earlier in the season, oh my god, we've got to put up with the sound of cows now. I was just, you know, trying to bang out a solution really quick and not thinking it all the way through. And I think the same thing goes not just for, like, problem solving with redstone, but with building too. Because I also done some building that day and created something that I am really stoked with. I wanted to take inspiration from B-Dubs and come up with something amazing looking, you know, and it's no B-Dubs build. You know, maybe in 10 years I might get in somewhere in that direction. But it was, you know, I was stepping up my game a little bit and figuring out how to take my own building to the next level, and I was really stoked with that as well. So I had this insanely productive day where I just had these creative ideas work out, and then it kind of gave me the impetus to do all this stuff for my Hermitcraft episodes. And yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Right, so that's where this is, which means the target block is below it. Now I can see it all. Now I can see it all. Oh, those cows are going to be so annoying. Ah! So's this hole! It's the troll hole. It's here to troll me. By the way, we had a Dead Girl 13 here for 14 months. Thank you so much for your support. I did see it. I've just been lost in the waffles. What can I say? Are you going to build a mega base this season? And if so, what? I'm not going to build a mega base. I don't want to do that. Right, let's go over here. I mean, if I had just called my base a mega base, would you have known any different? Okay. Now you know why I crafted so many stacks of pistons. Oh, dude, and then literally run out! You gotta be kidding me. I should have crafted some more while I was away. That'll do. It's not quite enough to get us through the next batch as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to break up my time-lapse into sections at this rate. Because now I'm going to go and need another couple of stacks. Like, for every stack of targets, I'm going to need 2 stacks of pistons. I think I'm going to end up exhausting a lot of materials for this. Okay, let's... and we've still got lots of this left as well, dang. What do we need to do? We need to start filling some of that in again, I think. Talking about bases, I really like your current one. It creates a vibe like Krause's base. Thank you. It was built with immersion in mind, so that makes a lot of sense, I think. Ain't nobody got time for a mega base, says my one tiny wolf. No, I don't think many of the hermits do anymore. We just realized that, like, this idea of having to build something really big and crazy and over the top just isn't what Minecraft can be about. You know, we've done that for several seasons in a row. It's all been about big bases and stuff, and there's other ways to play this game. There's other things to do, other people to play it with. So I like the shift. The shift in tone is really great. Trying to build bigger and better each season gets overwhelming. Exactly, Mark, yeah. You prefer bases with smaller structures that is slowly growing, says Windy Castle. I like that too, yeah. Mega base, shmega base, whatever makes you happy, says Lightly Lucid. Yeah. It's just a name, it's just a word, right? Like, call it whatever you like. Right, I think we're gonna put in some more copper next. That's the next move, I'm pretty sure. Stock this up. Stock that up. And then place some blocks. Oh, let's sleep first. Nivea, thank you for tuning in. Go rest. If you're drained, go rest. Enlarging Duck says Doc didn't get the message. I don't know what message you mean, but like, it wasn't a message that everyone had to comply to. It's just, I think it's just like a natural evolution that people don't want to do them anymore. Love the shulker box storage. It's a bit of a mess over there at the moment, wouldn't you say? By the way, when we run out of oxidized copper, that's when we've used as many blocks as was in the previous facility, right? And that doesn't mean we've got the same amount of aging space, because some of it is just used for, you know, like these bits here. I don't know if having that there influences these blocks or if these ones down here do, but it felt to me like it was way more fun to just build this thing entirely out of the oxidized stuff, right? Like, that's the way you should do it. Like, show off while you're at it, you know? And it's just occurred to me that I'm going to have to bring a beacon over here. And I need to cover the entire area with haste beacons in order to get everything back too. So, we are off to make another 2 stacks of pistons. We got the redstone dust thing sorted. We got some target blocks. And then we'll run out of those pistons pretty quickly. I think I might make 4 stacks of pistons if I can. Okay, and that means I probably need to take a trip to Loglands. Right, just thinking it through a bit. As I head up here, I need to log out of my camera account. You know what? I don't like doing a replay and it being these moments when nothing happens in the replay. But what I realized is you can just make a cut somewhere, right? It doesn't have to be a perfect time lapse. What we call it? Aging 1, we'll call that. Now, chat. Please do remind me to log back in again if you can. That would be amazing. Hi, just came from the YouTube release candidate update video. Twitch is always so much quieter than YouTube on my TV. It's crazy how different audio volumes are across platforms. Well, actually, it's because on my videos, I have now, with the help from a viewer who's been kind enough to give me their input and expertise, I've got the volume configured to be up to YouTube standards. I just haven't applied that over here on Twitch yet. It's something I'll get around to. And then my Twitch streams will sound a similar level to my YouTube videos. Right, in we go. I think you can arrange it so everything stays inside 1 beacon range, maybe multiple levels. I thought about doing multiple levels with it, you know. Now you're making me wonder if I should revisit that idea, but I think I'm just going to stick with it going continuously in one direction for now, because it can go quite a long direction like that. What season has been my favourite? The beginning of this season has been incredible. I think season... Oh my god, they're just all different. Like, I'm going to sound like a broken record. I never like putting stuff in, like, first place or, like, what's your favorite, because I just feel like things are different based on how you're feeling at a particular time. And, like, each season has its own character. There's a particular sense of, like, nostalgia or what each season means. And I think it's more interesting to explore that than to just say something's your favorite. I also hate doing the disservice of not properly remembering something. Like if you say, oh, you know, what are your favorite albums? So it's like, you know, I'm gonna literally feel terrible if I forget that one record. And the problem with me and records is that I like a heck of a lot of them. So, what are your favorite records, man? I feel sweaty all of a sudden. Oh my god, X, don't leave out some of those classics. You know, you'll never forgive yourself. And as it may sound like I'm being comical, I'm being completely honest. Like that is how my brain works. I will genuinely feel that, oh my god, I forgot to mention What's Going On by Marvin Gaye. You should listen to that record. It's incredible. You know, is it called What's Going On, or is that just the title track? Dang, that's some foggy memory. I got that one on vinyl. Lightly Lucis says I can't do lists either. Awesome. Let's create a list of all of us that can't do lists. I never got the whole audio thing. Can people genuinely tell the difference? It all sounds the same to me. If you like literally just switch from Twitch to my YouTube video, the YouTube video should be a lot louder. Fireflies are cool. Says, I feel like that I have such a broad spectrum of music genres I like. Me too, me too. Speaking of which, I went to a gig last night. A few days ago. I think it was my like post-Portugal blues kicking in a little bit or something, which for the most part cleared up. But I always feel like, you know, I'm happy to have gone on holiday, but as much as I can think about it, oh, do you know what I didn't bring? I didn't bring the redstone dust with me. That's fine. We can pivot. We can pivot. Okay. Maybe we take most of this with us. So yeah, like I don't feel bad as such when I come back from a holiday, but I can get a little bit moody, and as long as I like prepare myself for that, I'm usually okay. So coming back from this holiday, like I was pretty good. A couple of days, you know, you're feeling a bit moody or whatever, but I can get through it. It's not like when I was younger. Oh my god, I used to, I don't know, just my brain would twist itself upside down or whatever. Oh, apparently my link tree says it's still HC9. Yeah, I might get to that at some point. I don't know. Anyway, what were we talking about? Okay, so that'll help me make pistons, and then I said I'd get another couple of these together, because that seems to be the key resource we're suffering with for now. And that'll help us make it when we're over there. Marvin Gaye, question mark. Yeah, that Marvin. Dude, I've really lost my train of thought there. Oh, okay, coming back. So, I think part of coming back from Portugal just got me thinking about, like, how my behaviour has changed post-pandemic. Like, I went back and looked at my list of gigs, and it's just like, I'm going to stuff all the time until, like, 3 months into 2020, and then it's just nothing. It's just barren. And so I went to watch Vince Staples last night. Got to the station and had to wait for like half an hour for a train. I really should have looked it up before I went. Same thing coming back. I had to wait at King's Cross for like 40 minutes. Like, it took up a lot of time just traveling. And I got there just on time. Like, got there 5 minutes to, you know, see him, watch the show, and then went. So it was like, you know, I was there for like 80 minutes. Felt a bit weird. Usually I get there like really early, watch all the support acts and stuff, but I was in a bit of a rush, I guess. And going to live shows is usually like really cathartic for me, and it wasn't quite like that this time. I don't know if it's because maybe I didn't pick my most favourite of artists, but either way, I really enjoyed it. He's kind of like quite a subdued sound. I didn't really think about it too much. Oh my god, I didn't get any wood. Oh, this is ridiculous. Let's grab the... this is just typical. Where's the redstone box? Let's go craft it all back at the base. I can't believe that. I didn't even get the wood. This is what happens when you stream. Yeah, his music's a little more like subdued. Like a lot of the songs you're playing are from his more recent albums, and they've got this kind of like, you can hear this sort of like 90s gangster rap in it, but it's all like modern banging beats and really like dreamy, hazy feel to it. And him as a rapper, he's much more like spoken word than having a lot of hype in his voice. So it's quite a like subdued style for a live show compared to other ones I've been to. But it was good to go back and watch the show again, and I think I'm definitely gonna go and see a few more, but I'm probably gonna be quite selective. I used to just sort of see anyone that was on my radar. You know, it was like, if I were listening to some artist and they were like new and hadn't seen them live or whatever, I'd go catch a show. I think now I might be a bit more selective with who I choose to go see. Right, let's get that. Gonna need a lot of this. We obviously got loads more at Loglands. I think there's some actually just over here. Yeah, look, loads of it has ended up here. This inventory is just disgusting, isn't it? Okay, now let's make the pistons. Okay, then another 4. Yeah, I didn't get the right quantities of stuff either here, did I? don't know why I've got chests in my inventory either. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually got to be a bit careful here because I might run out of redstone dust that I actually need to use. Right? Let's scale that back. This is a crazy project. We are using up a lot of resources. Okay, so I'm gonna leave a reserve in here in case I need to make more of that stuff. And then this will make another round of pistons. Or will it? Missing some redstone. I'll do. It says, okay, attempt to getting ice cream. Attempt to... I saw you getting ice cream earlier. How does one fail at getting ice cream? What is going on? Is your freezer not stocked? What is happening here? I feel like since the pandemic, more people seem to be comfortable talking over the top of the artist playing, which is disappointing, says Tenster. I wouldn't know. I haven't been to a lot of gigs. That sounds like a bit of a... I don't know. Bit of an odd observation. Maybe it's where you're standing at the shows too. If you stand at the back, people are like less into it. The people that are really into it go down the front, you know? Like if you've been to live shows and you just sort of get there and, you know, walk in a little bit and stand at the back or whatever, it's totally different from like getting down the front. There's a different energy towards the front. It melted before they managed to eat it. Oh dear. It's a long and tedious quest to reach the ice cream freezer. Speaking of ice cream freezer, my parents have like a... You know, like most freezers, as I know them, are like stood up. Sometimes you get like a fridge freezer combo. They got one of those ones that are like flat that you open from the top, and they were going to empty it and give it to me, and I'm going to stock it up with homemade ice cream. I love the homemade ice cream stuff, but all I ever have is like one batch at a time that I can fit in my freezer. So I'm gonna start like making loads of different flavors and just having a stockpile, and then maybe when people are around or whatever, I can be like, yo, try this flavor I made, because I'll have like lots of it in the freezer. I'm literally gonna like stock up my this freezer when I get it with homemade ice cream. It's gonna be amazing. It's like a hobby for me. I love making it. I love eating it as well. And it's, you know, air quotes healthy. I mean, it's mostly just milk. You know, maybe like chocolate milk and protein powder. Dang good. Assume a question of homemade ice cream. Is that sugar heavy or super healthy in that sense, says Shangas. So, like, you know, consuming milk and protein powder, both completely fine. Everything in moderation, as they say, but it's different from eating sugar-loaded ice cream, right? So, because you make your own, you're kind of in control of what's in it. And I don't put extra sugar in or anything. It's just the protein powder, which has artificial flavoring in it, I imagine. We got Hyatt Raslata here, whose name I've probably absolutely butchered, but thank you for using that Amazon Prime on me. I appreciate it, my dude. Let's see. So, we are continuing. I just want to make sure... Right, I'm going to have to go throw down that over there, aren't I? And then I think we're good to keep going. If eating ice cream was a sport, I could literally be there in the Olympics. That's an interesting thing to say. Could you, though? You are a bum. Stay away. Like, it's like, as much as you love ice cream, eating a lot of it, you start to feel a bit funny once you start eating a lot of the same food, right? Okay, now this next bit's going to be awkward because we've got cows in the way. Oh, and they make so much noise, don't they? Get that down there. Let's move these up, get the camera count ready. Dude, I might be doing this over here all stream. I'm kind of glad I decided to do this on stream, because after I then would have been, like, against the clock a little bit. Okay, anyway. We can get started again, I think. logging back in with the camera account. There it is. Off we go. Okay, so it's now we're up by 1 block, right? 1, 2, 3. Dude, I love this song on the soundtrack, by the way. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So it's that one there. Oh boy. Sorry, I'm just grooving with the music a little bit here. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, anyway. Does it go 1 block higher than the torch? No, it's in line with the torch. That's the trick. Huh. Then we got the repeater. Dude, I turned down the volume. Those cows are still distracting, I swear. I swear. I swear they're distracting me. Not that you'd have any reason to think I was lying, I guess. Okay, that's all of them. Then the redstone on top. I feel like we need to make ice cream eating an Olympic sport now just to prove a point. I mean, the eating is a sport. Or at least there are professional eaters who compete. So I'm pretty sure something already exists for eating ice cream. It doesn't have to be Olympic. Right? Oh my god, I do not want to be in here. Why did I fall in? I was holding shift. Get me out. We've got some raiders. Luna Cupcake. Thank you for the raid. Welcome all the raiders. I will show you what we're up to here in just a second. Well, that's awkward. Managed to get around there, didn't I? Hey X, this is one of my first streams. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a great day. Thanks for asking, my dude. Thank you again, Luna. Thanks for bringing your peeps over. To everyone who's arriving, tuning in. We're building... I had this deep instinct to be trolly then, but my brain wouldn't give me anything other than copper aging facility, which is what we're actually building. So, nice one, brain. You know, nice one. I'm clearly on it today. Is it? Yeah, it's in line with that. So the first one is here. I cannot wait to get away from these pesky cows with their pesky noises. Hex failing at trolling? What? I mean, I always have an instinct to troll, and it's just a case of, you know, if something creative comes to mind. I can actually get straight on the next one from here because, well, it's that level there. So that's a good little tip to keep going. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Ugh. And it's that block there for the next bit. Scaffolding, please. Oh my god, we're going to have slabs in the way to deal with as well soon. It'll never be easy. It's a hard knock life for a Minecrafter, I tell ya. There's slabs in my way. I've got all sorts of obstacles. There's always something in my way. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Then the rest of the lyrics I don't quite remember properly. I'll be making it up at that point. That is a beautiful song. I'm thinking of the Jay-Z one. Where he did two, I think. Two of these songs where he took them from, I think it was like Oliver Twist and Annie, and then turned them into like street songs. It was just incredible. And it's the other, I think it's the other one that I like a little bit more. Who can tell me the name of both of those tracks? You sang the Annie one in choir, cool. What about Tomorrow, Tomorrow, I Love You Tomorrow? I don't think that was one of them. Well, I'd say I don't think, it definitely wasn't one of them. I don't know if he done more than the two, but I always remember there were these two songs that were like taken from those classical. Like, what are they actually? Because they've been made into movies, but I think they were plays first. Maybe they were novels. Yeah. But those are really great songs. No one in chat a Jay-Z fan who can tell me what the other ones are. If you like a little hip hop, you should go check them out. They're really good songs. Anything and Hard Knock Life. Oh yeah, it is anything, isn't it? I'd do anything. Is it for love or for you? I think it's for you. Oliver and Annie are on my lists to watch at Christmas. I was supposed to do that this year. And I also now really want to watch E.T. I watched a retrospective on E.T. that got me like thinking about what I remembered watching it as a kid and how I probably actually haven't seen it since I was like a teenager or younger. I always remember on E.T. the scene where these like government agents come into his house wearing these hazmat suits, and it's like they're the aliens almost. Like it's got that intimidating conspiratorial look about it. That's the scene I remember. Spoilers, he wants to phone home. Oh, you've ruined it. Don't even bother now. That's it. It's been spoiled, eh? Anyway, I don't know why, but I've never like thought much at all of E.T. until I saw this retrospective video. I mean, I know it's like a classic, it's an adored movie, people love it. But why haven't I like gone and watched that one again ever? Since I was a kid. I don't know. I think I want to watch it again. But it's more, I think it's one of those ones to be enjoyed at Christmas, like with family and stuff, right? I never cared for much for VT, never clicked with me, I guess, the Soundwave Hope. Yeah, I mean, not all movies click, right? I don't particularly recall it clicking with me either. Like, I don't remember it being like a big deal. The retrospective really kind of took some of the things that I remembered about it and made me like appreciate them a bit more, I think. That's how I feel about Back to the Future. I need to watch it. Oh, there's another. You see, the further back you go in time, I find like the less movies there are to like connect with and stuff. Not quite the same with music, but definitely similar. But I think it's just, you know, you grow up with a particular pace and style of movies, and then the older ones become a little harder to find yourself enjoying unless you saw it. So, like, a lot of 90s and noughties movies really do it for me. Even if I haven't seen them before, they have that tone, that feeling of the era. And then, like, with the 80s, it's harder to find those movies, especially in the 70s. But, like, some of the classics that you saw when you were a kid or whatever, like, you love them. And so I can definitely, I know I'll enjoy watching E.T. again, but it has, I think it came out in 1980, right? So it's going to have, like, a different sort of pace to it. But I like some of those 80s movies, you know, as well. It also, in the retrospective, pointed out how Stranger Things, like, really borrowed, like, some scenes from that movie, too. I mean, whenever I watched Stranger Things, it was always, like, very apparent how it was reveling in the 80s, but then, like, some of its scenes were, like, directly, you know, from movies like E.T., which I thought was kind of cool. I've recently been watching 90s movies that I've never seen before, and they give me a sense of comfort, says Lyra Robin. I get that sense of comfort too. I think it's because the 90s was quite an optimistic decade. Not quite sure how to explain why. As someone who grew up in the 90s, I don't think it was just because it was like my childhood or whatever. It's just, I feel like there was just a fair bit of optimism in the world at that time. Nostalgia is a heck of a drug, says Mark. Yeah, I wouldn't call precisely what I'm saying nostalgia. I know what you mean. I find nostalgia for me is more when you've got that feeling of longing for it. But like, you can go watch a 90s flick and just enjoy it for what it is. I mean, it can be nostalgic, but not necessarily the only reason it's enjoying, if that makes sense. I used to have a bit of a problem with nostalgia, but I feel like sometimes when I stream, I must sound like a bit of a broken record or whatever. I used to get really obsessed with, like, bands, and then watch, like, old shows of them and just feel this, like, heartache feeling. Like, I'd be watching, you know, like, Metallica in 1989 playing And Justice for All, and just feel this sense of, like, I needed to be there, but I wasn't. I was born in the wrong time or whatever. And then at one point in time, I was like, these feelings aren't actually helpful. Like, I love this stuff. Like, why is it making me feel down? This is silly. And I kind of then decided to focus on those feelings, and yeah, and eventually kind of like realized that it's unhealthy to think and feel that way, at least for me. How long am I planning to make this thing? It can go pretty much like, you see that bit of land that I'm pointing at there? It can go like a fair bit beyond that, so I'm just going to keep cracking on, I think. It all needs to get built eventually, so we'll just do what we can right now, you know. Just letting you know that the Hermitcraft website is not showing that you're live. Oh, thank you. I will probably forget to ask it about it. They're adding Metallica to Fortnite this week. Oh my god. Are they? I'm not surprised. In this day and age, I'm not surprised. These feelings aren't helpful. That's a legit good way to put it, says Mark. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it sounds like maybe when you're saying it's a hell of a drug, you experienced a similar thing, right? Because it was sort of this longing that brings you down. It's a way of like thinking about the present differently and putting something into the past, and you don't need to think and feel that way. I feel like a lot of stuff in life is just like framing. If you choose to like frame it a bit different, you know, your feelings will start to follow that. And so for me now, when I see some like old school concert or whatever, it's like, well, dang, I can actually see it. Like, that's thanks to today, you know, I can actually see that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have ever known about it. So that's like a positive of living in this day and age of access to all this stuff. I just think, you know, you got to enjoy the moment and look forward. And all that backwards looking, it don't tend to help too much. So you just kind of reframe it, and it can become something positive. Now, the next thing we need to do is actually start to put in more of these blocks, I guess. And we're going to run out of them pretty quickly, as you will see. And then we'll build the next bunch of sections with just regular copper blocks, I think, after this. It's all going to switch to regular copper. Oh, so it's Metallica's music is now in Fortnite. They added the Doomslayer to Fortnite too. Okay. Oh, now the website is showing that I'm live. Interesting. It's that longing that puts a pit in your chest. I think as I get older, it's a bit easier to manage. Says fireflies are cool. Yeah, that's a great way of describing it. A longing that puts a pit in your chest, because you feel it in your chest. It's such a strange thing. For me though, I could almost see how getting older could make it worse, right? Especially if you're like thinking of your own youth years, childhood, whatever it is, right? Because you're only ever going to get further away from the past. But this goes to show that like the way you think and feel and interact with all these ideas is really important. And everything is temporary, right? Everything is temporary. And that doesn't have to be a downer. It can be something that you embrace and appreciate for what it is. Okay, I don't have a box of copper. Let's go get some more. I think it was just a problem with my Wi-Fi that wasn't showing up. Okay, it's a Wi-Fi problem then. Fair enough. Let's grab a full box that's in our inventory, and then grab like a lot of the next bits we're placing. Everything is temporary except for Doom. Doom is eternal. Amazing. Would I ever do a Fortnite stream? I don't have Fortnite. I have no plans to play it. I mean, maybe if they paid me, get a sponsorship, then I'll give it a go. But I've got no desire to otherwise, you know. I try to appreciate the little things that are happening in the world as I get older. I don't want to be one of those people that is stuck living in the past. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Have you shared my thoughts on the new Doom game? Well, I've only seen the trailer, so what can I say? The trailer's got me excited. Looking forward to playing it when it comes out. Grian got a sponsor from Epic Games and tried Lego Fortnite. Good for Grian. I mean, Lego Fortnite is just, what, Fortnite characters in Lego Thorm, or the other way around? Lego characters in the game. I wouldn't know. I'm not hip. I'm not down with the clown, man. Yeah, I mean, like, all the corporate crossover stuff is so, to me, just so uninteresting a lot of the time. Just naturally just feels quite disingenuous because it's just all corporate, right? Like, you know, Minecraft Crocs is just, ugh. And especially with Minecraft. Minecraft used to be such a, like, indie, community-oriented thing where the collaborations would be, like, with people who have a genuine passion for the game. And now it's all just, you know, any brand gets to do something with Minecraft. There'll be a map. You know, they'll put it wherever they can. And that's just the corporate way, right? It's genuinely, to me, quite unappealing. So, like, Fortnite as a brand just kind of has a bad resonance with me naturally because, you know, they do all these, like, big name collabs and stuff, and it just doesn't vibe with me, right? Like, I know the idea is to bring more people in because, oh, Fortnite are now doing something with Metallica. Well, you know, some Fortnite fans will get into Metallica, some Metallica fans might get into Fortnite, but for me, it just turns me off. I'm just like, oh. It doesn't, you know, on Master of Puppets, I don't think there was ever anything about, I don't know, video games 30 years from now. It just feels so, like, mismatched in my mind, I guess. Bullseye 117, thank you ever so much for subscribing, my dude. Appreciate you supporting what we do over here on the Twitch, placing blocks and all that, right? Microsoft needs to get a return on their investment. Oh, they do. You know, this is it. This is just the corporate way. Like, all I'm doing is expressing my distaste, like how I don't vibe with it. I'm not really saying, is it wrong, is it right? I mean, back in the day, I probably would have told you it was evil and it's the end of Minecraft, and I used to have that kind of attitude or whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. It's just something I don't particularly vibe with, and that's fine. Right, let's go now place some back at the beginning, I think. And we'll sleep first. Get that done. Another cog in the machine, etc., says Fireflies are cool. Yeah, that's kind of like the corporate thing, isn't it? Dude, I hear a zombie burning. It's like, stay away. Stay away. Oh, how did you get here that quick? I swear. Further away. I'm going to sit down for a bit now. I was telling someone the other day I was still mad about Microsoft buying Minecraft, and I looked at what happened. When it happened, it's been a while. Yeah, like 10 years or more, right? Maybe even 12 years. I'm not mad about it. It's just, you know, it's something that happens. And maybe for the best. You never know could have happened had it not transferred over to Microsoft. You know, it'll remain a mystery because we don't have that magic looking glass. Dude, this is so cool. This is so cool. And we're probably just over halfway done. Which is a crazy thing to say. So that's roughly where we are right now. Chief JT, thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate it, my dude. Appreciate it. Is this creative? Nope, we're in survival Minecraft. I designed it in creative first. I tend to do everything in creative first, it feels like. Just tuning in, can we get a brief explanation of how this works? Well, we're placing blocks down the end here, and they immediately get pushed across. When they get to the end, we activate pistons that push them forward. And then when they get pushed forward, we detect that and set off other pistons that push them up and across. So as we repeat those segments, these blocks can make their way all the way up here. And what's really nice is it's relatively fast, this farm. What made me disable view bobbing? I think I just didn't like it, was all. And when I turned it off, I was like, oh, that's much better. Hey, look, the pistons look a bit quirky over here. That's probably a rendering hack. Where, because we're so far away, they don't render the same sort of stuff. It's like a coin slider, I guess you could say that. Right, and I think that'll do after the next one. Yeah, I think I might also end my time-lapse here. And start it again. Just so it's like in sections or something. Right. I have the means. Yeah, got the means to continue. Gonna be low on pistons by the looks of it. Dang, we've really tore through a piston supply today. And then that must mean we might be a bit low on redstone too. Dang. Uh-huh. At this point, I might as well just leave that out. Oh, there's more pistons in there, dang. And now I think we're good to continue. Except maybe we're going to end up needing a few more of these. What's up, Commander Xisuma, says Sass. Commander Xisuma, I like it. The one thing I don't want to have to do is to dig away any terrain here, so I hope I've got this all done correct or whatever. It seems to be common. What's this? For people to get nauseous with view bobbing. I get nauseous without it, maybe due to my window size being pretty small. Wouldn't know, it's just a preference thing, isn't it, really? Right, we can no longer build these with the oxidized blocks because we ran out. But everything should age with time. Maybe over here it takes a little bit longer. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Mrs. Badger, thank you ever so much for 2 months of support. Appreciate it. Hope you're entertained today, enjoying the stream, and thank you again. Sup, X and the gang, says Evil Freak. Who's the gang? Who's the gang here? Is that chat? A chat? Are you a gang? Probably yes. Okay, probably yes. If we are a gang, what are your colours? All of them. All of them. Therefore, No gang can beef with you because y'all got the same colours. Ah, it's a peace gang. Bullying the world into peace. Oh, terrible. With your non-violent ways. Hex, Crips or Bloods? Is that a legitimate question? I mean, gangs concern me. It concerns me that in society people are pushed into these places. You know? I wish that for more people there were more opportunity and more reasons to walk a legitimate path in life, you know? But who knows? Who knows if we'll ever reach that? You know, in Star Trek, the idea is that they have the replicator, right? So now everyone can pretty much have access to anything because, you know, they've obviously figured out power and they can put it in the hands of everyone, and once you can replicate it, you know, then all of a sudden wealth and whatnot, like the whole meaning of it changes. So I think the idea is in Star Trek that you have technology that we've reached that gives a sort of universal abundance to, and then that changes the nature of things like crime and whatnot, because crimes of necessity aren't really a thing. Gold-plated Latinum gang. Oh, I've been watching some Deep Space Nine. I love it. I love it. It's such a good show. Colleen, thank you so much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hope you're enjoying the stream, my dude. Thanks for supporting me. Then Star Trek Discovery comes along. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I mean, I watched them. I remember bits of it being somewhat entertaining, or even, you know, even remarkable on occasion. But like, for me, the takeaway with a lot of shows is if you don't really remember much about it a few years after you watched it, that's kind of a sign that it didn't really do much, right? And I don't think Discovery really did much for me. Like, those shows that really impact and leave a mark on you, you're going to remember them. Like, I've watched Star Trek The Next Generation back in the day. And then I've watched Discovery when that's come out. And then I've watched Deep Space Nine. And Deep Space Nine absolutely resonated with me. And I can remember loads of things about it that I loved. And I knew immediately I'd watch it again one day. And I'm watching it again. You know, I was watching it earlier today while I was doing some stuff on Hermitcraft. Just had it on the other screen. Some shows are really good for watching on the side like that, because a lot of the time, a lot of what's it about is, you know, the dialogue between the characters and developing the story along, and you don't actually need to see what's happening on the screen 24/7. That's really quite nice, because like revisiting it, you can just kind of have it on while you're doing something else. Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek by miles, says Amp Curd. I would say upon watching it the second time, its first couple of seasons are a bit slow to get into the story, but the continuous story nature of it, the serialization, is a massive strength. And the character development is fantastic. When you watch it again, you really start to see how, like, these characters that you knew over the show, over the course of its 7 seasons, you can really see them being built from the ground up again. And that makes me appreciate the writing a lot more. You see that aspect of it, right? But then you also think about, like, what were the flaws with the Next Generation, because that was kind of classic. And in the early Next Generation, there were some episodes that were a bit clunky. They were trying to be like the old Star Trek. And it took a while to find its feet, but its episode nature of being like a contained story each time, I think, kind of held it back in a lot of ways. But the way in which it tackled some philosophical questions and whatnot was just utterly fantastic. So, you know, I would say, like, as an overall thing, yeah, Deep Space Nine's probably got this quality that the first one lacks. But then again, the influence of the Next Generation is just, like, utterly undeniable. Such an important show. You don't watch Star Trek, but Stargate was really good when my mum and I watched it. Hey, give it a go. Star Trek is just, you know, The Next Generation is wonderful. For me, my favorite thing about that show are the episodes that get you thinking. Garak and Quark are some of your favorite Star Trek characters. Garak is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of my favorites. Brilliantly written, brilliantly performed. I kind of, honestly, I kind of think all of them are really good characters. I don't know if there's any like weak characters. Maybe the Doctor and Jadzia are a little weak compared to some of the others in terms of, I don't know, how interesting some of their stories are or whatever. I think the best characters are probably Nerys, Garak. I think Gul Dukat is really good as well. Like, he's a character you don't like, but just the way the guy talks, the constant deception. I just watched the episode actually where the Deep Space Nine station is put in like a lockdown when they find these files that are in the system, and it's Gul Dukat who's like set up this automated system for self-destructing the station, and then he himself becomes a victim of his own, I don't know what you want to call it, like just horribly deceptive nature. And it's so good to see it backfire on him. Dukat was so multi-dimensional. He's good, then he's bad. Amazing. I think that's like brilliant writing, that he can always keep you kind of second guessing. But my instinct is that he's like a deeply deceptive character. And genuinely, like, I think if you look at the way Cardassians are presented, they're a very, I don't know, their society is very, like, state-driven, right? Like, their justice system and whatnot is all the state decides, and if you're guilty or not is predetermined before you even have a trial. Like, the whole way their society is structured, I think just makes him fundamentally a deceptive, bad character. And so all those moments where you get to like him for a moment, it's always hard to know if he's serving his own interests or if he's got some genuine decency with him in, and that's what's fantastic. But I think if you were to like actually give it an answer, I think you'd have to say that he is just a deceptive, you know, individual, and that there's not a lot of good there. But I love the balance. It really keeps you intrigued. They did a really good job depicting Cardassian society in the O'Brien episode where he goes on trial. O'Brien, yes. That one was a few back from the one I just watched, so that one's in my memory. Yeah, that was a really great one. This is something I really loved. In The Next Generation, you get set up for it. This idea of like exploring humanity through different alien societies that have like fundamentally different values and way of thinking and feeling. And then Deep Space Nine gets to explore that, not in a one-off episode where, you know, Picard goes to a planet and, you know, gets locked up with some people that speak in an entirely different way that the universal translator can't engage with, you know. You really go deep on it. And the Cardassians are brilliant for that. Voyager says, Florichen. I think Voyager's quite flawed. It could have been something really great, but it's never quite got there. There's some great episodes and stuff, but it's all a bit, I think it's a bit mild overall compared to how ambitious they were with Deep Space Nine. Right, let's get all of this in place. Hey, Queen Shazzy, 17 months of support. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I hope you continue to enjoy what we do here. Thank you again. You really enjoyed Voyager, but then again, The Next Generation was your second series. Yeah, I mean, if you watched Voyager first, you definitely have a soft spot for it. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw a fair bit of Voyager first as well. Like, what got me into Star Trek was one of my mates convincing me, no, you would like this, you know. Because I used to just, I think when I was younger, I just sort of saw nerdy Like, I thought of it as like, oh, that's nerdy, and that's not what I'm into. But then my mate like really opened my eyes up to watch it. We used to, you know, hang out into the wee hours of the morning, and there would be Sky 1 or whatever would be rerunning the Next Generation episodes, and we'd start watching some of them, and I started to get into them, and I think we were watching Voyager at the same time, and then I was like, you know what, this is actually like, I like this. I like this a lot. Enterprise is good, it just had a really bad theme song. Enterprise is like the 4th one. I actually think the Archer character, the captain, I've only watched that one once. I thought he was brilliant. Maybe one of the best captains in a way. I couldn't tell you why, because I haven't watched it a second time. That was just my takeaway. I thought that was quite a troubled show. You know, season to season, you could see shifts and changes, like as they're trying to figure out what it's about and rescue ratings and stuff. But I always remember the captain in that show just seeming like a rock-solid character, like a lot of, I don't know, integrity and great decision-making and stuff, you know? I think you'd like Satham from Destiny 2. She's another one of those deceptive characters you can never be 100% sure they aren't trying to play with you. What is Destiny 2? Is that a... Oh, I feel like that's a game. I feel like, isn't Destiny a game? Yep, he was rounded without the full Prime Directive interfering with things, says Burt Potato. If I was going to say anything more a moment ago about Archer, it would have been like... With someone like Janeway, it's like... It's a bit over the place sometimes. Like, the Prime Directive will just go out of the window all of a sudden, and... Yeah, that's one of those things I don't remember him doing, was like, to hell with the Prime Directive all the time. Like, didn't fall into that trap. There's probably like a writing problem. Like, it's too easy to just put the Prime Directive in front of the characters as an obstacle and then just ignore it, you know? Isn't Destiny a game? That is by far the most boomer thing X has said this stream. Oh, thanks. I mean, I'm not a gamer. I do say this a lot, and people don't take me seriously. Hey, I like playing a game, but I'm not a gamer. How does he count and talk at the same time? I could never, says Lightly Lucid. I'm not actually counting. I'm just looking a lot of the time here. Although, oh yeah, when I place some of those blocks, I'm doing just, you know, 3, 3, 3, and then 2. And they're small numbers when it comes to counting, alright? Okay, I want to put the ones underneath next, I think. Which means here. Ugh, it's kind of awkward to get to, isn't it? Ah, look, the terrain is almost coming level with where we... Words! Level with where we are right now. The Next Generation was very sexist. After Roddenberry's death, the woman got trousers. Sad in a double way, death and long-awaited emancipation. There's a lot of that when you look back at older culture and older movies, right? You know, things are moving in the right direction, it would seem, though, which is good. Those were some funny random sounds. That was just me, like, letting out my frustration as I try and say something, and it comes out as gobbledygook. Roddenberry was progressive for his time, but he did have 60s attitudes. Yeah, there you go. That's the thing. Like, I've said this before. If you go look up, like, I don't know, learn a little bit about some of the previous presidents in American history, right? You know, one of them, what was his name? Why am I thinking? Is it Woodrow Wilson or something? Was like a radical reformist progressive or whatever would be what they would have called him for the time. And the man was like an out-and-out racist, and women shouldn't have the vote or something like that, you know? But like for the time, some of his other policies, maybe even those ones, were like radical and seen as being like left and progressive. It's wild how like the, you know, the, I don't think it's the right phrase, but the goalposts move, so to speak, right? 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Andrew Jackson, I think that's going even further back for your American presidents. But yeah, if you just go back, there'll always be like, you know, the conservative and the progressive side of things. But like, based on where you're looking at a particular point in time, it's like conservative views today would be extremely progressive 100 years ago. It's just, that's how time is, I guess. That's why I'm generally in favor of like more progressive leaning ideas, because it seems to be that that's the direction that we just move in over time. And I don't know if we need to move slow to do it right, or if we could be moving faster in that direction. I don't know, but it strikes me as being the right way to lean, so to speak. It's all a matter of time and context. People forget to look up from their microscope. I like the way you put that. Yeah. Yeah, we get a little like bogged down in the present sometimes and forget where we came from. I like this saying. I think I need to like think about this saying more and make it more elegant. You know, like we stand on the shoulders of giants. I'm not saying, hey, my quote is worthy of this, but I like this phrase, we crawled out of the muck. And what I mean by that is that we often I feel like we get very caught up in the problems of today, but maybe lose sight of how far we've come along. And the fact that like everything about life is like a constant problem solving. And the problem solving of, you know, thousands of years ago compared to 200, 100 years ago, like you know, life was harsher and harder in particular ways. And with technology and the progress of society and ideas and stuff, like a lot of those sufferings have been eliminated. And then they kind of become a little bit invisible to us, perhaps. Like we forget about some of the hardships that generations before us had to endure. Well, let's have a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That side of the farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to stop here then. That's it. I'm done. I'm done! Except I've got to place an absolute ton of copper next. Right, let's go swap this around then. It's time for some more block placing. We'll even put those in there. Yeah, all those redstone-y bits I want to get out. Should have put them in the redstone chest. Oh well. So yeah, my phrase like we crawled out of the muck. I want something that kind of encapsulates and reminds us that whatever it is we're struggling with today, and this is not in any ways to be dismissive of what we're struggling with, it's just to kind of remind us that it seems like the past is always worse. More hardships, more difficulties, more things to overcome. And we should kind of like just remind ourselves of how far we have actually come from time to time. You missed a total of 2 redstone dust on the observer and some pistons. Oh, okay, we'll double check stuff as we come back across then. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, and I missed some pistons. Okay, well, we'll get back over there in a little bit. Hey, Yeezy02, thank you ever so much for using your Amazon Prime subscription on me, my dude. I appreciate it. I hope you're entertained, enjoying the stream, having a good time, all that good stuff. I am, do you know what, I'm half wondering if it might not be a bad idea. Well, I pushed over tons of this stuff now. I'm just kind of wondering if this might take a really long time to age. I don't know what the math is on it, but we know that 8 hours overnight will work with oxidized. You know, I'm overthinking it. We'll get there eventually, right? We'll get to where we want to go, so I'm just going to leave it as is and fill this whole thing up now that we've built it as far as I want to go. We've really come far, but it depends on what country you live in too. That is absolutely true. I was watching this video about some Southern American country that's like riddled with gang violence and stuff, and it kind of like jogged me a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, you know, like this is like living in England, and in some of the wealthier countries of the world, you kind of forget that you're part of that 1%. Like a lot of the rest of the world lives below where you're at. But also again, like some of the measurements for poverty and stuff in these worlds, you know, they have been improving too. It's just like lagging behind us. I wish. This is why I love Star Trek so much, is you get to like see other renditions of society and whatnot. And I do really wish that us humans had more of an instinct to share and be a little more compassionate. I do think we have that, but at like a systemic level, it feels like we lose it a little bit. The priorities of the world tend to not be shaped in everyone's interest. It tends to be like clumps, you know, like countries, for example. You know, we have to be in some sort of group rather than being one whole thing together. Boofy says, we're incredibly lucky to live in the UK despite the problems we have. Exactly. That's how I feel. I've got this feeling that I'm gonna have to calculate this. Actually, it shouldn't be too different to calculate. I've got a feeling though that what we built today, like, won't even be enough for like one session at the copper farm. So that we could end up with like even more of what we built here. I could actually build it so it like loops back on itself and sends even more copper blocks this way. This is what it means to be institutionalized, says Official Crit. You're gonna have to elaborate on that, because that is not what I would have thought of as institutionalized. Institutionalized, maybe actually, I see what you're saying. Isn't it to like be a part of a structure of behavior, you know, like a group? And for it to like assert its influence on your behavior. Laro Bryn, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate you using that. Thank you for supporting the channel and what we do here. Hope you're entertained. True. For all the complaints of the US, my life would be much, much more painful in other countries. The good outweighs the bad. That's why you vote to make it better. Yeah, however, I would say, you know, when it comes to voting, a lot of the time we feel like we vote for bad guy A or bad guy B. And the thing there, compared to what I've been saying, is, well, what would your vote between bad guy A and B today feel like compared to what you would have to vote for 100 years ago? You know, it's a weird, weird thing, progress, and how our lives, or our comforts, let's say, are sort of increased by technology and stuff, yet we have these ever-evolving problems and concepts to grasp with that always seem to seem worse than what came before it, right? Like, we got issues with AI looming on the horizon. Lucro, why has the EU got you worried? America needs more parties for you to vote for, so it's quite pitiful. Yeah, I would say that the political system there, being locked into a two-party structure, creates a lot of, like, is it partisan or bipartisan? I always forget which way around it is. I like some of the European systems where they actually have, like, lots of representation through lots of different parties, and the parties therefore have to work together to create a government, and it seems like it's a better way to represent what people need. You have independent candidates in the US, they're largely ignored. Yeah. I think the establishment benefits from ignoring them as well, right? Like, you gotta remember there's like a meta to everything, and when you watch the news and, you know, they're talking about someone, they're also not talking about people, right? And so they give airtime to these big political parties because they're the same parties that can serve their influence, their interests, right? So why are they going to give time to an independent that's, even if they got in, would probably have no influence compared to one of these big parties. So, you know, it's like a feedback loop, you know, where probably a lot of people will point out that this feels wrong and broken and stuff, but then no action's going to be taken to reverse it because it's how everything is done. Oh look, here's where I just walked through this gap and I'm like, oh, that's where we missed the pistons then, I guess. Because there's a gap here and I can walk through it and it shouldn't be possible. It's got me on the other side though, so that's convenient. Okay, it looks like all the redstone dust is there on that bit. Oh, Official Crit says, I meant we are used to systematical thinking. We are taught in thinking certain ways to follow the norms, constantly telling us what we are limited to, what we are capable of. Yeah, how much of it is that we're taught or that our natural instincts are to conform? I think that conformity, when you first learn about it, sort of seems like this eye-opening, oh my god, I've been a sheep and now I'm going to think for myself. But really, I think conformity is actually like more of an evolutionary instinct. You know, there is a reason why we want to be like others. It's because we're social creatures and it's how we kind of coexist in ways. So I tend to not see that as being like I wouldn't say I don't think you were suggesting conspiratorial, but you know, it's not like a designed method of control or anything like that. I just think it's like a natural instinct playing out into a bigger system. Yeah, looks like all the wiring and stuff's good. Let's sleep and then go load it up. X, what time is it for me now? It is 9:15. 9:15. I think I'm going to stand up again for a little bit. Tribalism is natural to humans, says Burt Potato. Absolutely, absolutely. And we need to bring out like the good in that. Like, tribalism become a bit of a negative word, I think, a lot lately. Nationalism's another one. I think you need to kind of like, you know, we kind of like simplify stuff a little too much sometimes. Like, there are elements of like tribalism that are, you know, genuinely a good thing. You know, with nationalism, it's like national identity, the ability to get along with other people just because you're British or whatever, right? Have something common to talk about and have a shared identity, and that helps bring you together. It's when it goes in the other direction it becomes a problem. When it's, you know, us v them, and now strangers are your enemy or a threat just because they're from that part of the world or this part of the world. That's when it becomes a problem, you know. Right, let's go load this thing up again. And then we'll sit back and relax and watch it all do its thing. With the power of the free cam. Oof. Oh, this is a crazy contraption. Now, I feel like we put it in the right place. One thing I did want to do was maybe put it somewhere closer to our shared area. So, like, the world is a little more filled up. You could see, oh, look, there's some crazy contraption over there or whatever. But now that I put this here, I must say, I think we probably did put it in the right place. So that's good. Sociology should be taught more in primary school, says Lomux Mum. I don't know about primary. You're definitely, like, far better suited to think in these ways when you're in secondary school. Oh my god, what's happening there? Okay, we got a problem. Ha! We got a problem. Hello. It looks like I missed some pistons, I guess. Wait, what actually did happen here? That's another piece of missed redstone. That was all it was. Can I, like... Yeah, I can do that. Right, and that'll at least push those out. Well, that was a whoopsie, wasn't it? Yeah, and that's the last one there. Right, we want to get all of those back. Maybe not every single one of them. We can absorb some losses. Well, let's double check. Yeah, all of those are looking good, right? And what about down below? Looks fine, looks fine. We just didn't come back far enough when we did our check last time. Okay, we can grab that then. Woo! Back over here we go. And it's doing its thing. X, so you're not worried that the redstone will be out of simulation distance and will stop working? No, I don't think that's going to be an issue at all. It might be where I'm placing the blocks. We'll learn right now, I guess. Yeah. In which case, I could probably bring my camera account on, so I can probably overcome it like that. In my opinion, critical thinking is unfortunately not learned until college/uni. For many, they never get that opportunity. Yeah, I never had a critical thinking class in school. I think I've just been fortunate that my curiosity like pushed me into the direction of people that had good things to say. And opening my eyes up to thinking about how I think. Just wondering if I've ever watched Spitting Image. I don't think I have. So AFK, you'll have to stay in the middle of the far part so you won't get random ticks. Oh yeah, this thing's all set up to take advantage of that. It's just the placing part puts me at one end. The AFKing part won't do that. Who ads? Oh dear, someone got some ads. Could you turn the farm back towards the player? Yeah, probably. I think I'm just going to build it like this. This will do for now, and then I'm going to have to calculate how many blocks we put in here. And then that'll give me an idea if I want to expand it any further. Because it don't take a long time to fill up all of these blocks, right? It's going to take a heck of a long time to mine it all back. What kind of farm is this? Is Unicorn's Ice? It's a copper aging facility. And, you know, the amount of redstone we've torn through to build this, kind of crazy. I need to AFK here, so the timing's really good. You could feed the whole thing into a TNT blast chamber. Yep, I could do that too. Ollie the Spy, welcome to the stream. For now, though, we're going to fill this up and then leave it. In fact, we're pretty close to it being done. Goes quick. And I'm done. That's it. Oof. Oofta. Nice. I can end my time lapse now. Let's call that number 3. There we go. Done. Right. And so little calculation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. It's 11 by 12. I'm just gonna do some maths in my head, you know, because I'm a crazy big brain smartist. I can totally do this without using a calculator. 11 times 12 times, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo, big numbers. 1,980. Which is 30 stacks, almost 31. So it's like just over a shulker box worth. Huh. So I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, wow. That's an insane... I tell you what. I'm now thinking like one with a blast chamber would be really nice. Really nice. Because I have to mine all of this stuff, right? I have to mine all of this now. Huh. It's going to take a while. I'm going to have to set up some beacons. Also, what about distance, right? If it's... wait a minute. I can just use the same numbers again. So, well, kinda. Let's add... I think there's like 2 blocks not accounted for here. Or maybe just 1. Okay, let's say it's 1. So instead of... it's 12... Yeah, instead of 11, it's 12. So 12 times 15 should give us a block distance of 180. A beacon's range is 50 blocks. But that's in both directions. So 2 beacons will actually cover all of this. So I can put platforms on for mining the blocks back. But that's going to take a heck of a long time, you know. It's around 16 modules, so you'll get 12 chunks-ish, says Spooky. Interesting. Too bad copper is an instant mine with haste 2 and efficiency 5. Yeah, too bad, right? Too bad. I think we might need to add some blocks along the side as well, and maybe in 1 or 2 other places so that we don't lose them. What will the copper be used for? Copper things, you know? Coppering about. Building helicopters, you know? Stuff like that. That's what it'll be used for. Where did I... Oh, it's this one. There we go. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Empty all of that out. And, yeah, tidy up is in order, I guess. Could you put a TNT above each module? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to break through 2. But it's just, I mean, with redstone dust and stuff, it seems like it'll make a mess more than anything, you know? Okay, let's go over here. Craft that stuff up. Put these things away. IFP Writer says, just joined, what are we doing? Packing up and going home. You've joined at the wrong time. Oh, I tell you what, I need to put glowstone down around here in various places, don't I? I don't know precisely where that's going to go, actually. Probably something I should figure out now, because... if I AFK here, things might spawn. Uh-huh. Now, if we get a little further away from where there's lights on the ground, although there doesn't appear to be an actual... Well, there you go. There's a spot up there. Let's start all the way up there and mess around with the placement of these. Which one? That was handy. This one was fully covered, right? It's 12 blocks across, but then there's 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Is there like... Yeah, there's one under there. Oh, so it's actually... Ah, and then we got the gap down there as well to consider. Okay, so... Do you know what might be easiest? Just putting a row of them across the top of the glowstone might honestly be a really simple... Sorry, redstone, like this. Covers more than enough. Right, so if I go to the top and make my way back, you know, that's just super simple, isn't it? Super duper simple. Oh! Oh, do you know what? I can explain why these are here. When we stopped placing blocks down the other end, it was based on this thing being close here, but actually there was like some delay. Because we're seeing like a chain reaction of pistons pushing. So when I see it get to where I want here, there's still a bunch of pistons making their way up here, if you think of it like that. Like a chain reaction of some sort. Now on that one, I went 1 over the extra. Words are difficult. Words are difficult. Oh, that's another thing I don't want. I don't want any light sources underneath as well. So we need to get some torches out here. Right, let's get that back. Ugh. And then continue on. Are y'all keeping up with me? That's a genuine question. Like, as I talk and explain stuff, new things pop into my head, and I feel like sometimes it's just all over the place. And I don't know if y'all are keeping up with me. Am I doing a good job? No, says DJ Win. Oh dear. Oh dear, I need to work on it. I need to get more articulate and clear, right? Not always, but often enough. Cybot, thank you for 24 months, my dude. After building this, Cybot showed me an alternative design with a TNT blast chamber, and now, after seeing the absolutely ridiculous amount of blocks that we have to place, I'm thinking that might just be the way to go. But hey, it's fun to walk through the steps. I like doing a project and sort of seeing where it goes, you know? So this has been fun. You're in audio only, so placing blocks doesn't distract you. Okay. Okay. No distractions then. How much copper have I placed in total until now? Probably less than 10% of what I've got is what it felt like. And I'm out of glowstone. So we need to go back, get more glowstone. We need to put down some torches. Right, let's go do torches first. Wait, do I actually have any in a junk one? Where is the junk one? Here, I knew I had a stack or something. Right, so this area is outside of the perimeter. However, you know, when I'm placing down blocks, I don't want nothing sneaking up on me. So, it kind of makes sense to maybe give these areas a little more cover. Feels to me like that cave would be a great source of zombies at any point in the day, so we should light it up a bit further. Yeah, let's get back there. You've probably been asked this 1,000 times, but are you looking forward to the update tomorrow? Well, not really, because I cover the update in snapshots, so, you know, there's no surprises for me, right? And also, I don't get to play on it straight away because we haven't even upgraded to 1.20.6 yet. There's some networking issues and things that are going to make upgrading to the mods a little bit. Ugh. Now, why is this creeper here? Like, that feels like it's... Oh, maybe it actually spawned on there and dropped down. I'm going to say, that feels like the wrong place for a creeper to be. The way we've done things. Anyway, next thing to do is to just make sure underneath here we don't have any spots. X not mining a copper ore he finds. What has the world come to, says Maddie. Well, I don't think we need to mine it. That's what it's come to. We don't need that no more. Yeah, looks like all of this is still solid. I could just do this. Super cheaty, but you know. Right, let's go get some more glowstone. I can't believe that, like, this is all we've done so far this stream. I think I made the right decision to do it on stream, though. I can have a nice, relaxed evening. You know, not stressing about getting something finished or whatever. I'm going to take some time off next week, so I'm kind of hoping I can get this all wrapped up for you and give you an episode, you know? You'll find most of your mods and data packs will break X. Molly, that's one of the things that we've been struggling with, is getting them all updated. Data packs are there. Not all of the mods are. A couple are still lagging. Also, since Hermitcraft already has a bunch of 1.21 blocks, maybe the incentive is not so big. I'm pretty sure the Hermits will be really excited because there's quite a lot of stuff in there. There's a few under the hood quality of life changes and new and interesting things you can do thanks to them. Then there's the trial chambers, the breeze mob. You know, there is the mace. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming in this update. And what we've had is the crafter. That's the big game changer, and then the others are just aesthetics. So there's more to come. Minecraft was about mining, and Hermitcraft is about crafting. Maybe this season. Cheaper copper door trapdoors. Yeah, there's that. Can't wait for mace PvP. The mace, you know, it'd be interesting to see how it works out when it's actually in the game. It's one of these things, you see it in updates and snapshots, and once it's actually out and people, like a much broader spectrum of people are playing it, and it's in like the default game, like you learn a lot more about what it's going to be like. I'm interested to see how different communities and stuff will take to it. Things we'll discover about it and stuff, and if it fits into the game well or not, because I wouldn't be surprised if it's not that great for PvP or not that great for the thing you thought you were going to use it for. I've got a feeling its whole risk-reward system might end up just being like a bit of a novel thing, where it's like, yeah, you can go out of your way and do some cool stuff with the mace, but it turns out it's a bit of a pain to try and do it on the regular or whatever. You know, like I'm guessing, I don't think the mace is going to be in your hotbar like a sword would be, you know, all of the time. I think you're going to go use it in certain situations, perhaps. But hey, that's just guessing. Let's turn off the light levels on mini HUD. Okay, so that's got to go back in here, along with these two. Then I got to suss out. Yeah, you're the junk. That's an empty one. Might as well grab that. And then everything else should be copper, right? Oh, got a few empties. Oh, we did manage to get some of it, I guess, over here. But there you go. Look at that. This might be a good thumbnail opportunity. I want to make it really obscure. Like, so when you see the thumbnail, it's like, what the heck is that, X? This feels like about the middle. So if I face that way... Maybe like that is the way to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that. I'm not sure if it really highlights what we did. Or maybe we go with like something like that. Nah. That'll do, I think. Right, they get to stay here. We get to fly back now. Although, what do I want to do here? Let me think for a second. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. I'm going to drop in over here. I love vibing in X's streams and sometimes hanging out with chat because they're absolutely amazing. Sometimes I understand what's happening, says the Kraken Bubble. I'm glad you enjoy chat's company. Hey, I mean, most of the time, not even I know what's going on around here. Eesh. Yeah. Oh, perfect landing. No damage. Right on the portal. Beautiful stuff. Hey, Nobin! Thank you ever so much for the Prime subscription. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream, man. Thank you. This is where I think I need to go. This is... Yep, this is it. This is the spot. Oh, wait. Don't get discovered. Don't get discovered yet. That'll do. That one. Okay, buttons. Oh, hello?
Oh wait, was that actually Xisuma? I thought that was a horn.
That was a horn.
That's it. That was a horn.
It was a horn.
Oh, hi, Xisuma.
I just thought I'd announce myself.
Howling?
Yeah, I have that.
What is wrong with
I got a
this server?
few. Hey.
I Have you got my howly horn?
Yes.
Woo!
You have 2, Cleo.
I do. One is very frustrated, and one is very. Oh, there you go.
Oh, that was cute.
That's awesome.
So many questions.
Do you have a wall
With X,
permit?
Yeah.
I do.
You can get in on this.
Oh, it's for
Oh,
the.
I get to a
Yes.
woo.
The wolves of Wolf Street. Yes.
Oh, you
I
have
get
a
to a
sword in
woo.
your head. What happened?
You get to a woo.
I got stabbed. Can you pull that for me? Can you pull that for me? You guys there? Can you pull that for me?
Only. Oh,
Can
no,
you
I'm
pull
making
that
it
for me?
worse.
Everyone
Making
just
it
sticks it in my brain further. I'm losing brain cells.
I mean, is it hitting your brain? It feels like there's a lot of room in there.
Wow, that was vicious.
Good.
Happy birthday! I do it because I care.
Cleo.
Whose birthday is it?
You know what? I was going to make the joke that it's empty in
Pearls.
there myself. You can't do that before me. I got to do it first, okay?
But I do it because I care. You got to give a bigger woo though.
Awoo! Seba.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Do it
can
silly.
snip that. It's on record.
Awoo! I can do better woo than that. I mean, yeah.
God.
You got a better woo because he's gonna make it into a horn. Otherwise he's gonna use that. Ow!
Awoo!
I'll tell you what, you can practice like I did. I spent all day on it. Totally worth it. And then just send me a clip.
He did genuinely spend all day.
Oh gosh.
This is why people question what we do for work.
You know what?
The neighbours here howling.
Good.
They're like, I want to know.
God. We're doing this, are we? Okay.
Oh, happy birthday, by the way, Pearl.
Oh, thank you, Zex. I appreciate that.
It was
I
Force's
totally
birthday
changed
just the other day
mid-sentence
too.
between Xisuma and I.
Sorry,
Hey,
you.
what? We got a lot of birthdays around in the last month.
I'm eating a curly whirly right now, but it's nice to see Xisuma.
Oh boy, playing on this server gets more and more confusing.
Don't put that in my mouth.
Oh dear. Oh, this is
I
where
get that
Wordle is.
Yeah.
We just played.
We
Oh my
just
God,
played.
This is so cool.
How
That's
is your
amazing.
wordsmithing?
Wait. That was a horn.
That was a horn.
Oh,
it was a very
God.
loud
That's
horn.
There's
amazing.
no way
There it is.
I'm that loud.
It's so loud. He obviously made your voice louder
He
because it was too
definitely
quiet.
boosted me.
Yeah. Is this where we watch X play now?
Oh,
See how quick he
Oh
does
no
it?
no no! Me and word games? No! You don't want none
Yeah,
of
that's
that.
what I said too.
I-
I literally
You
said,
don't want
"Okay,
none of
Cleo,"
that.
and
I
It
need
wouldn't
someone to
work
fail.
otherwise.
Everyone's one X. I need someone to fail for testing
Oh
purposes.
God! I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh.
I mean, can't you
It's
just
okay,
fail
X.
deliberately?
Well, that's
It's-
not a good
it's-
playtest, is it?
It's
if you
really
fail
not. Words
deliberately?
don't work with my brain. It's crosswords, absolutely hopeless.
I'm hopeless with
Sudoku,
crosswords
no
too, but
problem.
I can do Wordle.
Oh.
Sudoku, no? Did you say?
Sudoku?
I was gonna say Sudoku. It's an interesting new name for Sudoku.
I think voice chat has been a bit choppy right now.
it's a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, there's lag spike. Oh, what is happening? Oh, wait a minute.
Wibble, but I think it's fine now. It
A
could
little
be
wibble wobble.
X's internet.
Possibly.
It's my computer. I think I know what's going on again. Maybe. Oh, something
You'll
bad
make
is
those
happening.
reference? Uh-oh. You know, Skizz
This is
crashed
where
down
X
here as well.
disappears.
Is this crashing here or something?
Could be because there's a lot
Okay.
of redstone here.
Now everything should be fine.
Oh, you know what would be fun? If 3 of you tried to guess the word. Oh,
Like a team effort.
yeah. I can change the word.
I'll tell you what. I'll go for it.
You'll go
I'll give
for
it a
it?
try.
You'll do it?
I need to remember Wordle again a little bit.
Yeah.
You're trying to guess the word. You
Oh.
guess
My strength
a
is gone.
word, and then
This
it
is
tells you.
So stressful.
It's like Mastermind, isn't it?
Stresses me out.
Yes,
it's like
pretty much, yeah.
Mastermind.
Okay. So you get like a red or a yellow or something for each letter. Like green
yeah,
is
pretty much. So
green
the
is
game
like
is gonna
right
tell
letter,
you,
right place, isn't it?
Yeah, so of course in this one it's a little bit different. So in mine, when you get the right letter the right place, you'll have a copper bulb light up below the corresponding letter.
Okay.
And if it's an incorrect letter, it'll come into this barrel over here. If it's a correct but placed in the wrong spot letter, it'll be in the yellow barrel.
Got ya. Okay.
I've put up a sign so you can keep track of the words. That was Jem's idea. It's a really good idea.
People can put up
Oh,
signs where
just
they
the
either
right
get
one.
rid
To
of
be
them or
honest.
clear them. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And those letters don't appear. All right.
What,
Right, and
what
no letters
word
appear
would you like
twice.
to start with?
What word would I like to start with?
Yeah, you got to start with a word.
Yeah. So you guess
Oh,
you've got 5
first
guesses
guess, first
to
guess.
try and guess the word. Yeah, you guess a full
Now-
word, full 5-letter word.
When Wordle was all the craze, there used to be like these best words to guess, but I can't remember
Yeah,
what they were.
yeah.
Like,
Let's
Make
go
sure
with
letters do not appear twice.
let's go with shear. SHEAR.
All right,
Okay.
grab your game supplies out of the chest over here.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh.
And what I want you to do is I want you to put a letter in the item frame and the dropper above it. So whatever you put in the item frame, copy it with the same one in the dropper.
S-H.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
EAR.
what if you guessed sheep? That has 2 E's.
You can't.
Two
It's
E's.
only it's one letter only.
Ah, that narrows down the amount of words then.
It does,
does.
which is why I'm worried it's too easy.
Okay, so 1 in the dropper and 1 in the item frame, was it?
That's right, yep.
Okay, let's give this a go.
Once everyone plays it once, it should be easy enough to remember it for the next time.
You
Uh-huh.
underestimate me.
Button. Green button. Button.
And press the
X
green
button.
button to confirm. Yep.
All right.
Okay, guess number 1. You got a
Whoa, the
letter in the right spot
sounds!
already. There we go.
That was satisfying. Okay, so and then do I check over here as well? No, there's nothing over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
so the one that lit up is the one that had stuff come back to it, which is the incorrect eyes barrel. Do you want to look in this
So
barrel
none
here?
of these ones had
And did-
anything. So I wouldn't put them back in there. I wouldn't put them back in there.
Right, I was just
I wanna
wondering
be
where
able to
they
tell
went,
you.
but yeah, okay. Sorry, put them in the incorrect ones. Ah, that's where
Yeah.
they ended up. Okay.
Okay, so it's a word that has an E in the middle.
Okay, I'm gonna. This is kind of handy
You're better than
having.
us already, Cleo.
Pearl, I'm gonna suggest an idea. Feel free to refuse it because I'm always thinking about custom stuff. But you could give these
Texture
custom.
items.
Yeah. Yep, you could do that.
That was a thought. I don't want to retexture them entirely because the whole premise is the flowers and dyes shop, but a suggestion that I was given was even to put the letters in a corner. So you can, it's just a quality of life thing. Instead of changing all the vanilla textures, you'll still see them, but I can just add a little letter just to kind of
Yeah,
able to
that
see
could
the
be
visual.
done.
Yeah, without
a cool
going
idea.
full full custom. So I'll probably be doing that.
It's gonna take me a minute.
No, that's all right. Organize them the way you want. Once you get set up, it's usually a bit better. The biggest thing with this game is there's no time pressure until you select hard mode, which will come later on. It's a 10-minute limiter for better prizes.
How do you spell field? Is it F-E-I or I-E?
F-I-E.
F-I-E. Field. I'll go with that. That'll be my next. How many guesses do I get in total?
You get 5 guesses in total.
Right, I can see why some people might be saying this is easier because, like, I've eliminated, like, another 4 letters with this, I guess.
Yeah, technically.
Maybe I've got to take my turn first. Okay.
Oh boy.
Rightio. Press the green button.
Alright. Press the green button. So you're ridiculous.
Hey, 2 guesses! Woo! Oh!
Guess the word
I get a bag!
correctly.
This feels like a fix.
Congratulations.
Oh my
Prize.
Oh,
god.
that's so cool! That's amazing!
You said you're bad with words. You got it in the second guess before anybody else has. Everybody else has taken on average like almost 20 minutes and
I
just 3 or
see.
4 guesses.
I see.
You got it
I
on
think
the second one in 5
Cleo and I
minutes.
couldn't
I
even
think
think of
it
a word
was-
that was 5 letters.
I think it was because I was playing a game of deduction. usually with words, it's like crosswords and stuff where you have to think about loads of words at once. I was just kind of like looking at this and just trying to, you know, make sure I picked a unique letter for each one. And yeah, I don't know. Whatever I did, I did it right.
You did it right. You got it. What bundle did you get out of that?
This. Oh, whoops. Dyes.
Looks like you got the blue and green, I think.
Oh,
Greens and
yes, I
whites.
see. There's a theme to it.
I got the
Nice.
rainbow one, I think.
Awesome.
If you got a bunch
Aw,
of dyes, yeah,
Pride
you get the
Month.
rainbow one.
And I get a bundle.
Perfect.
It's the
You get
perfect
a bundle,
one.
yeah.
That is amazing.
So I will in the future. There'll be like coupons in those as a potential for the shop. The hard mode is going to have a flower crown chance to.
Nice. Can I look at the redstone now?
Once you reset the game, you can.
This is.
Wait, don't press that yet.
Oh, no, I pressed
did-
it. My bad.
He didn't read the sign. That's fine.
I didn't actually.
That's okay.
It's okay. It's not like it breaks it. You just gotta reset it again afterwards.
So these need to go over here.
Yeah,
Do they?
chuck them in the chest.
Ooh, this one here. Oh, I see. There's loads of items back there.
That's all right. And including the one in the incorrect dyes barrel, you also gotta put them in there.
I can. The items are just like floating around back there. Is that normal?
Yeah, that's normal. That's to
Okay.
randomize it. It's a randomize.
Oh, interesting. Okay, they're going in now. That's good. Okay. And
There
do
you
I
go.
press
I'll have
it
to
one
press
more
the
time?
randomizer again.
I
I'll have
think
to
you
do
need
it.
to wait for everything to go through first, X.
Yeah.
Okay,
Once it
now.
filters in, then you can press it. Not yet. Yeah. Missing 2 items. Double check. Is anywhere else? Real quick. Yeah. Okay. Timer's messed up. Gotta make sure. Okay, so you're the first person that's probably legitimately broken it.
Well done, X.
Oh, my bad.
It's not entirely
I
broken.
got too excited.
Hermits can't read. Pearl, come on. Big
This
red
is true.
Bowie sign
Words
is no
are
good.
hard.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let me just check where they ended up real quick. Yeah, they're down here. Thought so. Okay, that's alright. Wait, am I still technically missing? Hold on. Okay, alright, that's fine. I wonder, in theory, shouldn't have even broken to that. What are you guys doing out there? I hear you flicking. I hear you flicking my trapdoor. I hear that.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting
You're
here.
guilty by association. You are my friend, and
I
therefore you
am
are
guilty
guilty.
by associating with you. This is true.
I heard the snicker. Okay, there we go. Everything's back. Feel free to press that button again for me.
Laughter is its
The
own
reset one.
reward, Pearl.
Yep.
Okay. Bam, resetting.
Thank you. That'll just reshuffle everything for me. All right, feel free to have a look. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm like, I can see a couple of things on how they work.
The main thing is the item sorters. Those are the most important bits because those are what tell you which letters are correct and which aren't. They were the pinnacle for getting this entire thing started.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Do you like send out when you set up a word? Do you send out 41 of each item to fill up this filter?
I do, yeah. I can minimize how much I put in, of course, but I tried to do that today, and other things were breaking by doing that, so I just
Yeah.
went back because it was working. So I was like, oh,
Well,
fine.
the whole 41 and 4 other items is to to prevent this from overflowing, right? So the signal
Yeah.
strength can't go higher to bleed over. So I imagine there should be a way to balance it where, because you know how many items are going to go through, it shouldn't ever put too many items in. But yeah, there's a way
I had a bit
there.
of bleeding when I was trying to edit it, and it was like, hissy fit. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay, I'm gonna put it back.
And when stuff breaks, ugh, that's a
Yeah.
really clever approach. I like that.
Well, it's interesting that you technically broke it by doing what you did today. It was good to know that. I feel like I'm gonna need to have a fail safe in. I'm surprised the items got stuck, but maybe that can just extend the timer. That would probably do it.
Yeah, that bit I'm yet to like figure out.
Of how the
So-
randomizer works?
More so like the lettering system. Like I
Right.
guess like, I can see how the filters closer to the front are picking up the correct guess, so that makes sense. It's more
That's
the when they like empty out and come back round again.
So what happens is, yeah, so the first one, of course, they determine if it's in the right spot. So when it can't go through the filter, it'll go right past the filter to the second filter, and the second filter just detects. Here are the giggles. The second filter just tells you whether the item exists, the letter exists in gen. So, and if it doesn't, then it'll go straight past that filter and then go to the incorrect barrel. Anything that goes through the second filter will go to the correct but incorrect placement.
I see that here. Yeah, I was just sussing that bit out. That's cool. That's absolutely awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Pearl, you've like stunned everyone with this. They didn't think you were a redstoner. Like, you
Done
must
myself.
have done. You must have done a whole bunch of stuff before this, right?
No.
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 Like, I feel
What's this?
like I'm missing something here. This is you are putting together so many different like logical systems and making them interact with each other. That is like one of the
Maybe
things.
it's just logical, X.
True. I just.
Maybe redstone's not that hard after all.
Maybe
Pearl?
redstone's just easy, X.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. You two are next
Look,
then.
okay.
Where are your mini games?
Oh,
Come
yeah,
on.
where are they? Come on.
Oh.
No, bro, it's amazing.
No, thank you. I can't I feel like I can't really ever take full credit though because like I've designed the bulk of it, but like if I had like powering issues and things, my audience would be like, maybe you could try this.
Yeah.
And that's when I would learn all the like the different systems and
But,
how
but did they
redstone
do
bees.
it, Pearl? Did they sit here and did they physically do it? No.
No.
Pearl, you need
I-
the mumbo horn for it. It's actually quite simple. So that you can say that now.
Wait, there's multiple things in here where someone's like for example like Ran or someone's made a suggestion. I'm like, oh, I could do that. Yeah, I can do that with this and this and this and that. That could work. So like I am doing this, but they definitely like assisted if I was stuck with a powering issue. And that was really nice to know how redstone works and that it.
Oh, I want to see you do more redstone.
Team
This is
effort.
so impressive.
I will
I
definitely.
hope
do
it's
more.
just
I'm
the
enjoying
beginning.
it. It is just the
Very
beginning. I do want to do more.
Oh. Well, thank you for
Alright,
letting me
Cleo,
play.
Cleo and Gem, play it. Oh, not play it, make it. Sorry, my brain went between two different sentences there.
No, Pearl,
You want us to make Wordle? Why would we make Wordle? You've already made Wordle.
No. You make a redstone game that we can play.
No, I don't think I will though. Thanks. I mean,
It's
I could do
fine.
some. I could
I
work
enjoy
with some
your
redstone
redstone
stuff.
You should give it a go.
Yeah, I would, but I really don't want to.
Oh, that's
Oh.
a shame.
I think I would
Redstone
if I
is good
had
fun.
The interest, but
Like
More into
redstone.
building right
Redstone is not fun for me. If that makes sense.
It does.
It gets
I mean,
fun when
it's
you
It's
learn
not for
it.
everyone. I get it.
I mean, like it's like I hated teaching electronics at
Ah,
school, so it's like
fair enough. There is
I
a big
just found it
similarity there.
dull.
Big similarity.
Yeah.
So it's not like I can't. It's just like I don't really like doing math on my days off.
Got ya.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair enough. Don't blame you.
See, I'm the opposite. I love that. I've been playing this puzzle game recently, and I get into the really hard bits of it now. And I noticed that I just love sitting and staring at the problem for ages, even if I can't solve it. And I think like some people don't enjoy that at all, right?
correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
There are
Yes.
video games I don't play because they're too hard.
Yeah.
And I see Pearl play them actively. She's a problem solver.
Which
Which games are you talking about?
which games are
I
these?
saw you play Zelda. I could never.
Oh, yeah, that's a very intensive puzzle game.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
Zelda's boring. Though,
Zelda has puzzles,
so-
does it?
Oh. Yeah, it's the newer ones. It's like mostly
I've never
puzzles.
played Zelda. Like
It is
people
if you
rave
play
about
it,
it, I've just
sure.
never played it. And if it's got puzzles in,
no,
then
it's
I
really
might
good.
go for it. Yeah.
Puzzles and combat. It's got both, so
Nice.
beware that is a thing. But no, it's good.
Sweet.
But thank you for playing my game, Meg.
Yeah.
Everyone's been playing my game in the last couple of days, and I really appreciate it. It's good to see what people are doing and what I need to change. It really helps. Oh,
Sorry, my chat's just given me an idea for a redstone game that I could do.
Yeah,
See,
do
there
it.
you
Do it. Do
go.
it. Do it.
there.
Clock tower
I'll do
comes
it,
back.
but you get to play. You might not want to play, Gem. You might not want to play.
Oh.
Did Cleo just say Zelda is boring? Yes! Zelda is boring!
Uh-oh.
And
Gonna
I'm
make
not
some enemies
afraid,
there, I
and
think.
I'll keep on saying it.
I want
have
to
you
like
played
build
the
it,
new
but
ones?
I can't.
I have watched people play the new ones, and I thought, oh, that's boring.
Oh.
I'm
Did you watch me
correct.
play and say, ooh, that's boring?
No, I didn't watch you play it and say that's boring. To
Oh,
be
okay.
fair,
That's
I was watching streamers that I enjoyed play the game, and I looked
you
at it and
still
I was
would.
just sort of like, I like you playing. I don't like the game you're playing. It's boring.
That's fair enough. Not for everybody.
So,
You okay?
oh my god, was that Jim or Pearl?
Huh?
That's Pearl. What?
What? That's for what? What did I do?
Did nobody hear that noise?
I heard that noise. It was
Were you
very strange.
stretching, Pearl?
I did stretch, but I didn't do the oh my
yeah,
god.
I knew
huh?
you stretched. I knew you stretched.
What's wrong with my stretching
I
noises?
know my Pearl noises anywhere. That was a stretch.
It's a stretchy noise.
Oh, some might say it's a stretch to say that.
You admitted that you stretched after I guessed if you stretched. I can't see you right now. So.
What is wrong with stretching?
Yeah, what you gonna get my stretching noises?
They were wondering what the noise was. It was a stretch noise.
No. Yeah, it's my stretchy noise. There we go.
I should go and actually do the stuff that I need to do before tomorrow.
I like the
They
stretchy
don't
Okay.
noise,
let
buddy.
me out
Oh
of
yeah,
here.
tomorrow. Must not forget.
Yes, tomorrow. You coming tomorrow?
I'm coming tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually came over here to find you, Cleo.
Where do you think you're going?
Which is why we're locking you up. You cannot leave.
Everybody's going crazy today. This is the most random day I've ever had in Hermitcraft.
Have you ever
Really?
considered that the common denominator is you, Pearl?
Hey, what are you
I'm
saying?
glad somebody said it. It wasn't me. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's always me.
I
It
don't know
feels
why
like.
you think you get off
It's
easy,
nice that you
Gem.
said it.
Like, you're just as
What are you
bad.
doing?
Hey, look.
What are you doing?
Oh, she's looking at my trapdoors. That's not
Oh, this is. You're
Gem,
one of
there are
these
traps in
kids.
The windows up the top.
You're one of these
Sorry,
kids.
sorry, it. Oh, you're helping. Okay, I'll take that. Hey, look. All I'm hearing right now is laughs and smiles. So that's what it takes. If I'm the common denominator in these situations, the great laughs and smiles, I'll take it. I'll take it.
I want you to know for your birthday, because it's the only time I'll ever say it to anyone, is on their birthday. You are wonderful and you're amazing. And I will never
Aw.
say that when it's not your birthday, because
But
I
you
can't.
have though.
Cleo, it's
I
my
said it when
birthday
it's not.
today.
Your birthday was like last week.
Was
It's
it?
a second birthday.
No one knows
The
when my
laugh is
birthday
on.
is.
There's so many Geminis.
We have a lot of Geminis. It's like 5.
I could have sworn that your birthday was
6.
like sometime soon.
Nope.
Am I thinking of someone else? I might
You
be
are.
thinking of someone else.
False.
Well, we had Skiz recently.
Oh,
False
it might
also
have been
recently.
False. That's really
Yeah,
bad.
False was a few
hang
days
on,
ago.
Hang on, False is false online. I'm sorry, False. There we go. There we go. That's an embarrassing.
Woo-woo.
That's an
It's all
embarrassing.
blowout.
Never mind. I just want you to save that apology for later. There you go.
That sounds like you're gonna do something horrible. Just
Yeah.
apologizing in
Apologize
advance.
It does say horrible, doesn't it? It does say I've done something mean. Let me out, let me out, let me
I'll
out.
make it worse. Oh, should be paranoid now.
Hey, Jim.
It's okay. I'll let her know that I'm apologising for comparing. Oh my god.
What?
Gem.
Oh, she's looking at
Ow!
Oh, look at the pretty berry bushes, though. I'll take it. It's fine. Pretty out here. Ah! There you go.
Right.
See, now you've made false concern. This is what happens.
I mean, I always make false concerned. That's kind of like.
Oh
See,
my
now that
god, what happened
is
to the
coming up
death
now.
thing?
Giant
Oh,
smiley
the-
face now.
Have you not seen that yet?
The Death Scar.
Take a week off on this server and it's like even the planets change.
Yep.
Yep.
That was Jevon.
Yeah. I don't know if Scar's going to have the energy to undo that.
It's gonna stay the rest of the season.
It'll be there for a while.
I think
It'll be there for a while because he does have appointments soon.
And
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Jev will take it down if Scar asks, because Jev will deal with pranks. It's fine.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny. I like it.
Hey, I'd help out.
It
It'd
is
be,
cute.
you remember filling in the perimeter last season? There's no reason we can't
No,
all just
I wasn't there.
get together and break some blocks. You weren't there, that's right.
I need to fix stuff for tomorrow.
All right.
I'm already behind.
I'll let you go.
Cleo, you're held hostage. You can't just leave.
I can't just leave.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Look, I'm being like the
Cleo.
5-year-olds I used to teach.
Cleo,
No.
no. Cleo,
Leo.
Australian.
Oh.
Oh.
Cleo.
Leo.
Hang on. Could you say it for us, pal? Could you say my name for us?
I mean, it depends if you want me to say it seriously or in mocking.
Oh! I
Mocking
haven't
me is
seen
fine.
these in a while.
Leo. Ow.
Leo.
Sorry.
I'm just trying
Leo.
to Australian it.
Leo.
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 Close enough.
Cleo.
Why? Why do you hate me
I
when I show
can't
you
explain
nothing
it
but
to
love?
you. I cannot explain it to you. It is just how I am.
I can't explain the violence. I just experience it.
Oh boy.
Right.
Pearl, you should go to bed.
Yeah, probably.
If Cleo is sick of us, we should go bug Tango instead.
I'm not sick of you. I'm
Tango's
just
fair.
thinking that I need
We'll
to
get
go
Tango
and
to
do
do the
armor
game.
stand stuff.
Let's get Tango to guess the word. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go bug Tango. Cleo, your turn is over.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Go,
I appreciate you too, Cleo.
Go bug Tango.
I'm going Tango. I need more rocket. I'm out of rockets.
Oh, here you go.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. It's my birthday and I'll fly if I want to. Woo.
See ya.
It's alright, no, that was cringy. Bye now.
I'm sorry, Tango.
Right, Cleo.
There we go.
I came over here to raid you. That was like 30 minutes ago. But pleasant distraction nonetheless. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna wrap up
They
my
are.
stream and then send my people over to you.
Oh, that's awesome. We're doing armor stand stuff.
Oh, I'm sure they'll love that.
It's already pretty late. It's been an hour I've been doing this.
Oh, that's just the way sometimes on here, right? Just get distracted.
It's just the energy. It's the energy. I just.
It's fun hanging out.
It is. But sometimes the energy.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna go wrap up my stream and I'll send them your way.
Thank you.
Cool.
See you ex-followers soon.
See ya.
And I'll see you soon, ex. I'm gonna head home.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
All right, chat. That was a really cool little distraction at the end there. Love hanging out with our fellow hermits. So and played Wordle. Got it in 2. What's going on? I'm terrible at these sorts of games. Doggerific, thank you so much for your prime. We had that coming through a moment ago, and we also had Fwip raiding us. He's probably not there anymore, so thank you, Fwip, if you're still watching. If you're from Fwip's raid, be sure to let him know I said thanks. I have to go now, so I've got to send you over to Cleo, right? And Pete, sometimes the raiding stuff just doesn't work, and I don't know why. But anyway, I'm gonna go raid Cleo. Thank you everyone for your support. Hope you had a good time, and I'll